They don't have a blur option, so you guys get to see the background of my room. It's fine. It's what can you do? What can you do? Precisely nothing. So this is vlog number 2 update again for my semi-dead vlog playlist that I'm trying to revive because I actually have some shit to talk about. And I kind of wanted to go over today, just kind of like talk about why I quit the 9 to 5, because I have a podcast out. I'm on episode 27, 28 now. I've been doing it for a few months, and the first episode that I put out was 9 to 5 is bullshit. If you haven't listened to the podcast, it's available on Spotify. I'll link it below. Go ahead and check it out. I have a few episodes now. I have 2 co-hosts, Sam and Pedro, but my earlier episodes were kind of just me talking about a lot of stuff solo. So if you guys like those kind of solo episodes, feel free. If you guys want to laugh, then definitely check out the earlier episode, most recent episodes. And check it out. I'm now uploading them on YouTube too, which is awesome. I'm going, and they're not video podcasts. They're just audio. Only because Sam and Pedro are both like pretty far away from me. So we can't really we don't really have a place to like sit down and video record just yet. Not yet. We're not there yet. Almost there. Stay tuned. So you can see these facial expressions in action. But my first episode, the 9 to 5 is bullshit episode, I was talking about, how I just did not like the 9 to 5. And this doesn't mean to say, this isn't me meaning to say that people that work the 9 to 5, are bullshit. I've worked that type of schedule ever since I started working. That has always been my schedule. If it wasn't in an office setting, it was school. So after I left high school, it was immediate, just like work. And for a minute, like I liked it. Like I was just like, yeah, I'm getting money, I'm getting all this shit. Like I could get my nails done. I could go do this. I could go to the spa, whatever. Right? It was awesome. And then as I kind of got, as I got older, because I'm 27 now, and I'm not very old, not trying to, insult anybody. But as I got older, and this was kind of like around like 24, 25, I was like, fuck, like this is kind of bullshit. I never have any time to myself. Like I work all day, right? My most recent job, I would get in at like 7:40, and I wouldn't leave until like 5, sometimes 5:30, sometimes it would be overtime, so I wouldn't leave until 6. And I was doing like 2 or 3 different jobs kind of bundled into the position that I was hired for. And I loved the work, but I didn't like that, I was still very much under the poverty line. Like I was working my ass off and I was doing a really great job, but I was like still poor. Like I was like a poor person. I couldn't afford rent. Like I live with my parentals, and even working 40, sometimes 50 hours a week, I could not afford to even pay rent. So if for some reason, God forbid, knock on wood, anything ever happened to my parents and, I was like out on the street, I'd have to move in with another family member because I literally could not afford to live out, like afford rent outside of my current domain. And, when you work a 9 to 5, or more particularly me, 7 to 5, right? You don't really have much time to do anything else. You get up super early, right? And then you get out and the sun's already going down. It's just like, okay, I have to sleep. I have to eat. Maybe if I'm feeling like super productive that day, I can work out, right? I eat healthy, whatever, right? You still have a bunch of other self-care shit that you still have to take care of. But it's like there's such a small window of like you time that once you get to that point, like you're like, okay, I literally only have 2 days out of the 5-day week, right, to take care of myself, to take care of my diet, to take care of my dogs, to take care of anything else. And this was like when I was working 9 to 5, I couldn't even afford vet bills. Like I have my dogs, and during COVID, my dogs were just fucking getting sick left and right. I don't know if it was I don't know. It was very wildly coincidental because we've always had dogs, so it's not like we were like fucking poisoning our dogs or anything. But they were getting sick, and anybody that owns a dog, how expensive vet visits can be, especially if you have to take them to emergency clinics. So I couldn't even afford those vet bills. Like, I amassed a large amount of debt just trying to pay that, like, vet bills, and it fucking sucked. I found myself giving away all of my fucking time, literally all available time that I had to me, working and then sleeping, occasionally exercising. And then that was it. I would squander what little time I had, on the weekends to see friends, to go out to dinner, to sleep, but there's only so many hours in the day. And I really think that that's fucked up. I really do. And I know that a lot of people won't agree with that, statement, like, oh, well, you should be, working, you should be doing this, be a productive member of society, suck it up. And, at one point, yes, I did think like that, and I've worked like that my whole life. And I know I'm going to get a lot of shit on this because more people are going to see this on YouTube. Maybe they're going to check out the episode, whatever. But I just don't believe in it anymore. And I'll tell you why. Time, our time, your time, everyone's time, my dog's time, neighbor's time, everybody's time in and of itself is a non-refundable currency. And I say that like I've said that a bajillion, bafillion times in my other videos. Time is a non-refundable currency. And when we spend that time, we're not getting it back. We're exchanging it for currency, right? And that's great. You use that currency to buy food. You use that currency to pay your rent. You use that currency to give yourself valuable, enriching experiences, etc. But you're exchanging this large amount of time. In my case, I was exchanging this large chunk of my youth, basically working to get my nails done. Like, get my nails done because that was the only thing that I could afford to do. And I wasn't getting like acrylics. My nails aren't, insane. But, I spend some stuff on myself to get my nails done, right? I'm not buying Jimmy Choos. I'm not going on insane shopping trips. I've always been very, fiscally responsible. But, I was basically working and exchanging all of my time so that I can get my nails done and occasionally go out. And it's like, okay, that's not worth it, in my opinion. I've saved my money. But with the rate that I was working and what I was earning, there was no way that I was going to save enough money to be able to do what I wanted to do and still pay my bills, because I still had bills. I had a car payment. I had, the debt that I amassed from my dog's vet bills. I had, my insurance. I didn't have like a large amount of bills, but it was enough to set me back based on what I was getting paid each month. So after everything was paid, right? So that's like $500 to $800 a month and just bills this isn't like shopping bills. This is like, bills, like shit for like my pet insurance, my car insurance, my car note, my cell phone bill. What else? The debt from the care credit, right? And I helped my parents out a little bit here and there. I was left with very little to do with myself, and I would save what I could. And, I tried to be as fiscally responsible as I could, but I noticed that it just didn't seem, it felt like I was cheating myself, is what I will say. I felt like I was cheating myself. And some people are very, very happy working 9 to 5. They support their families on 9 to 5. They support themselves working 9 to 5. And they are very happy doing it. But the whole point of my podcast and what, what I discovered is that, and what I've been learning, is that we should be doing the things that make us happy. We should. And that, I know that there's a lot of very cynical people out there that don't believe that. And they're going to be like, no, fuck that. You should do what you have to do to support the people of your life, to support yourself. You should have to crawl through that mud, and you should do what you have to do. But the thing is that it's not necessary to go through that much suffering to support your family. There's other ways that you can support your family without working a 9-to-5. And it takes a lot more work. I'm not going to lie to you, but it's a lot funner because you're doing it for yourself. Like event planning. I was planning great events for my companies. I was organizing and, refining systems for companies that were paying me minimum wage. Companies, multi-million-dollar companies that were making way more than I was getting paid, right? And I'm not expecting to get paid like $1 million salary for organizing an event. I'm not arrogant. I'm just saying that if I can do that for a company, I should be able to do that for myself. I should be able to do that for my own company. You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of the times as people, we don't have enough hope in our skill set to do something for ourselves, but we have hope in our skill set to do it for a company because we don't have any stake in it. We don't have any financial stake in it, right? So we don't care if we're risking, a company's money, right? We care if we're risking our own money, which is fair. That's fair. And that's why I say, you know what, if you're happy working a 9-to-5, you're happy doing that, you're happy climbing the corporate ladder, continue to do that. Do what makes you feel happy. Me personally, I decided, fuck that. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. Because that's not going to build the empire that I want for myself. I have my dreams of owning my own art gallery and hosting art events for artists that aren't known. Helping artists that are just starting realize their dream. Helping them make their art known. If they want their art in a gallery, fuck it. We're going to get you exposed to very wealthy individuals that want to see new art and new faces, because that is what the community is about. Finding the next fucking Picasso. But, that's what I want to do. And I'm not going to do that sitting behind a fucking desk. I still make money, right? I still make money, but it's a hustle. It is a hustle, all right? I'm spending more money than I'm making right now because I am trying to build something that's necessary. I'm trying to build something that's already making money. It's a small amount of money, right? Very small. Like I'm talking like cents, but it's money nonetheless. It's money that I'm making doing the things that I love, right? So my podcast, for example, I have one ad on each episode, and it generates a few cents per play, right? Per play. They listen to the ad, I get some cents off of that. And I have a very small audience. My audience is like maybe 22 people. But you know what? That's a start. So have fucking hope in yourself. Have faith that you have the drive to complete what it is you want to create for yourself. If you want to build a business, a food catering business, right? Or, if you want to be a fucking chef, right? And you want to have your own fucking restaurant. Do what you have to do. Put in the work. And the whole point of my vlog is I want to show that this process, that where I have very little, I'm starting off with fucking nothing. Ground up, all right? I'm starting off with nothing. I have a few resources here. I have a few resources there of shit that I put to the side. And I took that leap of saying, fuck you, 9-to-5, fuck you, corporate life, fuck you. Because I am not going to get what I want from that life. Am I saying that everybody that works a 9-to-5 is full of shit? No, not saying that. You guys, what I am saying though, is to do what makes you happy. Do what makes you happy. If working a 9-to-5 fucking makes you happy, fucking do that. If you can support yourself working a 9-to-5, do that. If you can support yourself starting your own podcast or starting your own YouTube channel or starting your own fucking TikTok following. Do that. Who fucking cares? Because I guarantee you, all the people that are sitting here judging you, right, and don't have to struggle with your problems. So it's very easy. I always talk about this in my podcast. It's very easy to solve other people's problems. And that's what you guys have to remember, that you will be judged whether you're doing what you're told or whether you're not doing what you're told. So, that being said, you might as well do what the fuck you want, as long as it's not illegal, and just have fun. Have fun doing what you're doing. Have fun doing what you're doing. I am 27 and I am starting on a path I'm starting down a path for enlightenment, enrichment, doing something that makes me passionate, not commercializing the fuck out of my art. I'm not going to be selling little fucking 3x3 cards. No, I want my art in galleries. I want my art at high profile events. I want to only sell one piece of whatever I make. Yes, it's digital art, but I don't plan to commercialize the fuck out of it and send it to commercial hell where people can print it 8 billion times. No, it's going to be printed once in a specific way, and I want the person to buy it to feel like that is the only piece for you. You bought it, you own it, it is the one and only of its kind, and now you get to display it in your home. You get to accumulate value. Somebody asks, hey, I really like that painting. I really like that painting. Where can I buy it? It's just like, oh, I bought it at an exclusive art event, and the artist only creates one of each. And I do only create one of each. Fuck all that. I refuse to be commercial. I refuse. But that's kind of my rambling. I'm gonna try to be more consistent with my uploads on here, because I want to share this with people. I want to share my outlook with people. I want people to share their outlook with me. I am a normal person with 3 dogs, one of which is blind, the other of which is an asshole, and then I have another puppy that's a little fluffy carpet dog. And I have a very loving family. I have a past. I have a present. Hopefully I have a future. And, fuck, I'm just trying to share this journey of happiness with y'all. Trying to spread the word of do what makes you happy. Fuck what everyone else says. I don't care if somebody wants to sit on the comment section and type, you're a fat piece of shit, like 1,000,000 times. I'm going to be like, okay, yeah, absolutely. Or if somebody says, oh my God, you're a whore, I see your body. Yes, I'm not going to sit here and argue with people, and neither should you. We're not in this world to argue. We are in this world to enjoy our life. We are in this world to have fun. We are in this world to learn valuable lessons and grow as people. Evolve ourselves emotionally, evolve our relationships, evolve and upgrade our lives how we want. That's why I'm fucking here. That's why you're here. That's why we're all here. All right? And that's all I gotta say. That's my ramble. That's all I got. Hopefully, I can figure out how to fucking blur this background. I don't know how much you guys like. I have a candle right there. Kind of set some ambiance. I don't have like a fancy setup. I don't know if I ever will. I feel like I like the comfort of sitting in my air-conditioned room with this little candle burning, Yes, I have a mess there. They're just empty boxes. They used to be shoe boxes. It's fine. Whatever. Anyways, that's all I gotta say. I love you all. Have a wonderful weekend. Hoorah.